What this does is it allows you to suck ass and get clean water out of it. Okay, that's not true. What's up, guys? Today, let's be going over what's in my bug out bag, including my sleeping bag and also my big jug here. Okay, that's not gonna work. I'm gonna just fucking full on embrace this right now. Goggles, ladies and gentlemen. Your opinion kind of matters, but you're gonna have to give me some proof on it to smell good. Give you that kind of boost of not having to smell shit all day. If you don't have it in your bug out bag, you are stupid. No, I don't want to drop this bag. Something's gonna blow up. Alright, there it is. We got it on. It's nice and secure now, and I didn't put this one in its place. Fuck. Let's set this bad boy down. And as you may know, by the way I did put it down, this thing is super heavy. Let's go ahead and see how heavy. Alright, we got our backpack on, full gear, except for the sleeping bag. Let's see how much we weigh. Alright, 280, let's say 282 because of the sleeping bag. So that is way too much. We're 40 pounds. We want to be around 20, 25 at max. So we got to get rid of 15 pounds worth of shit in here. 40 pounds is no joke on the body, especially when it's very, very poorly stacked. So let's go ahead and see what's actually in here. I'm going to set this down and I'm going to lay everything out here. Here's everything that was inside of the bag, including this small little mystery pouch that I will be showing you guys what's in as well, but let's get to everything obvious first. We have a roll of duct tape. You never know when you're going to be needing this, but I thought I'd include it in my bug out bag, so here it is. And also, for food, 1 can of Campbell's Chunky. I know it's very heavy compared to other things that could be substituted, but this is only being a 72-hour bug out bag, so I can definitely afford this weight. Here I have a Harbor Freight survival knife. This is good because it's not only a big ass knife, but it also has a cutting edge here for wood and stuff. Also inside is a compass and some matches, so that's cool. I have here also a pocket knife for other reasons. Maybe I'm going to be on the go from wherever I have made shelter, so this is when that's going to be in handy. I believe these are liters, so I have 2 liters of water here, and apparently the lowest you can have in one day is 1 liter. So given that we're going to be, taking the first day or 3 to be building shelter, we're going to say 2 liters just to be safe. Also, I do have more water inside of the side pouches, but those are only 2 500 milliliter bottles, so 2 on each side. That's actually 4, so we have 2 more liters with us. So here we have 2 days worth of water. And we have ammo. I know 9mm is not the most coolest to be taking for survival, but 9mm is what I have at my disposal to show off here. But the whole point is that this waterproof container here is going to be doing most of the job for keeping these rounds live over the course of wet, humid, or messed up conditions. Especially, we have something very especially special in here, and that's going to be these Genos filament packet silica sands. And I have a couple more in here. This is just in case if any moisture does get in this ammo box that's waterproof now, thanks to Lock and Lock and my mother. This is going to be safe. Moving on to our food, which is very important, and I am the smart individual here, especially for this video, because I thought of not only bringing dry food, but I thought of bringing the best rice possible on this trip, if it ever happens, as well as oatmeal. Now, rice and oatmeal is a lot lighter than rice, but I cannot take too much of oatmeal, so I have here some plain, and I have one special pack here that is the Kodiak Bear brand, and this is for when I'm just about to give up on oatmeal to give me that final push. Also, including stuff for final pushes, I have this special honey here that I stole from my pantry. Don't tell anybody. This is going to be a sweetener, energizer, healthy, or remedy type stuff. That's what this is going to be for, and it's actually going to be the most useful, in my opinion, compared to everything else here, except for ammo, of course. Clothing wise, I do have gloves here. Obviously, these are just cheap China gloves, but they take up the same amount of space and weight as actual mechanics gloves would. Well, this is just the first part, so everything is just made to be quick, especially like these sweats here. You're not going to be taking sweats with you on a survival thing, because once these get wet, they're just going to stay wet for the 72 hours, unless if you dry it up and have some other things with you. So instead of these, we are going to be having jeans or flannel pants, because those will last a lot longer and they're a more stronger material. But the good thing about having sweats in this video is because the thickness and the weight that these take is the same as 2 pairs of flannel pants. So here I've accounted for 4, and here I've accounted for 2 long sleeves. So here's that, copyright Looney Tunes, some shit, I don't know. And that's all that's inside. Now this was too heavy for me this time, but this is what I hope to have in my 72-hour kit. Part 2 of this video later on will be going over optimizing our weight. So let's finish up with this one now. I have here a very, very light and very high volume, sadly, sleeping bag that's also in a waterproof container. And the best part about this is that we don't need to have it inside of our backpack to keep it nice and dry. This actually goes at the bottom because it has so many hook and loop things on here that it's going to attach here, as well as the MOLLE system that it's going to attach to as well to secure this on our back. Because if in case we're running or jumping, this is going to be playing a lot, hitting our ass. Now, other than all of that, let's go into the other smaller but more secretive and special stuff. So in here I have a walkie-talkie on this pouch, and as you know, I've gone over this bag in the past. This is a really nice bag. It has 2 side slots which look like IFAK pouches, and this one here, which is actually the middle rear case that has a big zipper here, small one here, and smalls on the sides. So on the right side small zipper, I do have my radio, and the radio isn't really going to be used because you are not going to want people to know where you are, but this is just for those special occasions where you might. So there is that. That might be taken out in part 2. Next, Axe body spray. Now, why do you want deodorant when you're out with you? Well, this serves as 2 purposes. A fire starter and to smell good. Give you that kind of boost of not having to smell shit all day, because you might not have access to a lot of running water. So that is the use for this. Moving on, inside we have a lot of stuff, and one thing is special to me that nobody else is going to have in their bug out bags, and we'll go over that last. But let's start off with the basics. A chem light, just in case if our other lights take a big shit. We have 18650s in here and portable chargers. Now, this is a stretch here, but what this is going to do, I also have a small solar panel in here, very small. That's going to hook up to this 12-volt car charger, and this is going to redirect the power to the 18650 in the daytime to give power to the batteries. Then the batteries at night can serve any purpose, whether you want to have a coil going around as a heater because you have no access to shit, or you want a fan on for better air conditioning because it's super hot and you don't want to use as much water, and there's many more uses to it. So yes, batteries will die at some point, so you can't be completely relying on them, but they do say that they have thousands of uses. So let's just say our 3-day is going to be 3 out of the 1,000 uses. So here it is, along with the 12-volt car charger that will be taking the 12-volt battery from the solar panel. Next up, one of the biggest things, and if you don't have it in your bug out bag, you are stupid. Now let me tell you why. This is a Life Straw. You don't have to have the Life Straw brand. I just bought this because this is what I saw first, and I didn't have too much faith before reading all the articles about the other knockoff ones. What this does is it allows you to suck ass and get clean water out of it. Okay, that's not true, but what I know is that I have a 3D printed attachment in here that will hook up to this end where the water is supposed to go in, and slowly by nighttime it's going to fill up a complete bottle, whether I have a large tub at the top for the hopper or a small one. So I'll have clean water most of the time with this, and I don't have to spend too much heat energy to boil. So let's continue on to the rest of what's in here. Let's continue on to the special things that the sponsor of this video has provided, Genos 3D printer filaments. Thanks for them sponsoring all my past and recent videos. Communication has not been too swell lately, but every business has that, so we're still keeping count with them, especially for this video, which we have our little morale dog, which can be melted into a plastic later to be taken the mold of something or keep it in as a glue of some sort, because you know when plastic is hot, it does get sticky and you can hold stuff together. So till then, this is going to serve as our morale mascot. Here we have the 18650 that is the strongest. So the ones I have in here are only 2500 milliamp. This one that I have special is 3500 milliamp, and this is my oh shit battery. So I have put it in the oh shit case because this is waterproof in here. Now the other one is a hard shell case, but this one is hard shell and waterproof. I have an O-ring around right here, and this is going to help with a lot of stuff just in case if I do end up in the water very deep for a long period of time. Maybe the other ones will soak, but this one will live. So thanks to 3D printing, we have this, and we also have this whistle. It works, trust me. I just don't want to wake anybody up right now because this video is overdue. Let's continue. Also, an AC power plug. This is the lousiest thing on here. I might really not need this, but I know some people are going to shit on this the most. It's okay. I'm just going to put it there. Fuck it. And finally, probably not the last thing, but I just can't see the rest of the stuff. I'm going to just fucking full on embrace this right now. Goggles, ladies and gentlemen, because I am an expert swimmer, and as you can read here, I am a lifeguard until I show this part. Well, the goggles are very important to me because I'm a really good swimmer and I don't know what situation I'll be in, but me being able to see under the water or me being able to look around and swim fast enough where I can splash my face and not worry about salt water or any, bugs getting in my eye, that's a big deal for me, and this is the most least weight thing that I'm worried about here because this will give a lot of use for me in the case that I am somewhere where there's a lot of water. So that's that. And the next thing we're going to be doing is refilling our bag because as you saw in the beginning of the video, it was very heavy in certain spots, and the way I layered it is I had the ammo at the bottom. Now we're going to try to layer it a little better with the clothes on the bottom and then see what we could do to cushion our back better and also distribute the weight across the spine a lot more better rather than having all the weight at the bottom, and on top is very safe. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and put everything back in the bag, but before that let me just show you what the side pouches look like, and to show that we do indeed have the waters in here. There we go, 2 on each side like I said, so 2 extra liters here, so 4 in total. But let's go ahead and fill it up. Now let's put something soft at the bottom this time, something slightly larger. So let's go with our first sweater, which is technically going to count as 2 flannel pants. So let's get the sweater down there. Okay, now we're going to be putting our pack of food here in this wet, safe container. Now before I had it down flat like this, but now I'm going to be trying to put it like this instead. So we're going to be having ammo container and then the food container, which are both the same sizes. So let's do that. And now, so I have a base of my sweats, which is going to be 2 flannel pants, and I'm going to put next to my back, behind it, I'm going to be putting my other pair of sweats right here. And this should hopefully guard from the weight of the ammo hitting towards the bottom of my back here. So there we go, that looks good. Now we have the sides. I'm going to try to actually get this open. Now we have the side spaces here, and in there we could be putting our 1 liter water bottles. There we go. Fit nice and snug in there so we won't have anything moving around if we're running or jumping. And we do have this can of food here, so I think we could be putting our long sleeve here, which is going to be counting as 2 flannel long sleeves, or just something that is a better use other than just a full cotton shirt. This doesn't matter where I put it, but just because it's small and it'll get lost in there, I will be putting it in my smaller pack that is going to be going on the rear. You can see it closes with these nice clamps here, and then on the back I could attach it to the same MOLLE system that is on the backpack as well. So let's continue that after this. Here I have a glove. I'll put one on this side and one on this side just to further cushion the waters. Okay, and the knife. This knife is the most important. We don't want it going up our ass while we're running. There we are. So the knife, we'll just put it to the side here, which is actually not a good idea. We're actually going to be putting it straight down, and we'll be putting a glove on the other side. So we'll have two gloves on that side. And then now we're just pretty much just filling in everything else that's left, like the duct tape. And we have some space here at the top, so I'm actually going to be getting another sweater to go for the area of whatever is going to be more top shirts. So let me go ahead and grab that. I'm just going to do some mining off camera here. Oh hey, you guys like Beretta or PlayStation? Well, let's go with PlayStation here, and the reason why we're not going to be going with something that's cool and serious is because I have one last thing that I need to add on this video. And a lot of you may not agree with this, but you need a flash drive of your memories. No, not a big one, because I know that's what you're saying. You need a small one that's just about maybe 1 or 2 gigabytes, and they have them. They're real slim. I've seen it. I've already bought one, but not in time for this video. It's real slim. Pack as much memories as you can on there. Write a message to yourself for the future, because you never know what's going to happen. You might run into a computer with no hope and forgetting all about humanity. And maybe you want to remember something, indulge. Maybe your goal is going to be to get somewhere where there is a computer eventually after doing all this shit and seeing it once again. So that's a little deep of a message, but you never know. So just take that with you. It'll fit in your wallet, and it doesn't even weigh 1/10 of a pound, so it's definitely worth it. Now let's zip up this big bad fat boy. Now this isn't the best quality backpack, I'll guarantee that, but for a 72-hour backpack, for somewhere that I'm going to be going to make shelter, this will do. So I'm right now just clicking up all of these sides to keep the backpack rigid. And I could tighten it, but you see this space here, this is already at the perfect slant, and so is this one, and this side is just as this. Surprise, we have one last 3D printed thing here that I forgot to mention. A carabiner hook. Why would I choose a 3D printed one versus a metal one? Well, metal ones are more permanent, but these are a lot lighter than the more permanent ones, and realistically, if I'm taking extra weight with me, say something that doesn't have a MOLLE system like my water bottle, like I mentioned, that I forgot to do now, is that you could just clip this onto here and put it on either side of your backpack, because once you get to where shelter is, this big water bottle is the one that's going to be dripping from your life straw that has a big hopper at the top with dirty water that's slowly being filtered overnight. It's going to be going to this one. So this is going to be stationary anyway. The small plastic water bottles are the ones that are going to be used for drinking or portabilizing the water to wherever you're going from your shelter, and the 1 liter ones are going to be those hopper ones. So till then, we'll put these to the side and we'll clip this onto our backpack. And let's get this onto the MOLLE system for the backpack that I have been talking about. So this backpack also does have this top part here that we could fill up stuff such as papers or pamphlets, whatever the hell you want to do, but I just choose not to do that right now. Alright, there it is, we got it on. It's nice and secure now, and I didn't put this one in its place. Okay, now we have it on, and this isn't going to be going anywhere. I'm just going to zip up my thing here that is a little exposed. And let's attach our sleeping bag now, because this is a very, very important part. And I see in the past I have done it from here, so I'm just going to be pulling this apart. And there's 2 little hooks here. I'm just going to be putting it through those right now. Let's get it through. And then once it's through the hooks, we actually noticed that we made a mistake, and we would rather run it from here. And then this will allow us to have it more closer to our back, so we have less stuff playing while we're running, jumping, or whatever it is we're doing. So, okay, this is on. Now let's do our doingness. Okay, And there we go. This is tight on here, slightly loose to allow for some play, but not a lot. Now let's get this shit on us, which is gonna be really heavy, and let's do it. Let's try to B-hop into the scene. Okay, that's not gonna work. So, okay, overall comfortability though, this is 40 pounds. I wanted to have 45 pounds on my entire body, including my weight vest. I'm out of breath from just those little experiments. I might be out of weight as well. But anyway, this is 40 pounds on my back right now, 42 to be specific. I do not condone having this much weight on your back because it sucks, and I myself weigh 240. So there's 280 of mass on me right now, and what I would tell everybody is that keep it around 40 or 45, unless if you have a better backpack. This just might... Okay, I'm out of breath. I know I blame the Tarkov PMCs just because they can't walk with weight on, but now I do feel their pain. And for anybody who does blame your Tarkov PMC or Battlefield operator, don't get mad at them because this shit's actually heavy and it's difficult to walk around with it, let alone run, jump. But this layering that's in here for the weights and stuff is way better because before I just had the plastic, and I think the plastic was hitting my back. So like this is how I'm going to do it in the future for when shit actually hits the fan, which I hope it doesn't because that would smell like shit. And in that case, I would also be taking some more stuff with me as far as on my vest itself, because I want 45 pounds across my backpack and my vest weight. So my vest is about 20 pounds, so this bag would have to be losing 15 pounds of weight. Now I already know some stuff that I'm going to be doing for the part 2 of this video, but this was just what I want in here as someone who has no experience with carrying this much freaking weight on their back. So that said, part 2 will be optimizing this weight and also figuring out what we're going to be taking out for part 3 and putting in as an essential. So, you know, that's going to be a big deal for us because there might be things that we thought were essential in it that we're actually going to be taking out. So till then, let's just get rid of some of this weight and figure out what we're going to do. Until part 2, if you guys are wondering what 3D printer filament to print with Genos, because as you guys purchase from them, it also supports me because I could do projects like this that are fun. Whether this one wasn't too much 3D printed stuff or not, I'd still like to be representing them with small stuff such as the carabiner hook, the 18650 cover, the little dog mascot thing, the whistle, and there's a lot of other survival things that you could 3D print, such as, I didn't show in here because it's printing in the closet, the cap that goes on the life straw that slowly is going to drip the hopper into the water overnight. So that's also very important, something you could 3D print and have it within a couple hours rather than buying it when it's too late. So till then, I will see you guys, and I will be trying to fix my back posture because this thing sucks. Bye bye.